Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another video. It's my first one in a while. I've been away focusing on exams and I've been on a couple of holidays with my family and girlfriend. But today we have an absolutely insane video. We have so much to go through. We've got a couple of shirts that we've won from Sorare, two signed full team shirts that I haven't had a look at yet, but my girlfriend's opened up just to make sure they're actually what I thought they were. We've got the new teams, we've got our rewards, we had a pretty good game week, and then we've also got our teams for this game week. Let's get into it. So moving into the shirts, I'm going to try and show them to you guys as best as possible. I'm having a quick look in the bag and I can see a white and a red one. I don't actually have a clue who they're from. I'm going to start with the white one, which I've seen the badge already. It looks like an FC Köln. I don't believe they're in the Bundesliga anymore, but I'm going to have a quick look at that. That is a pretty sick shirt, and you can see it signed by the whole team. That is actually so cool. I mean, I'm not the biggest Bundesliga fan, and well, not fan, follower. I quite enjoy the Bundesliga and the teams, but that shirt is absolutely amazing, and it looks pretty cool. I'll definitely be either framing that, or I might wear that one, depending on what the other one is. And then the second one we've got to open is, I don't even recognise this. So we've got, oh, that is sick. So we've managed to get a signed Frankfurt jersey, and Frankfurt actually have one of my favourite kits. It's like the striped red and black, but it's like diagonal. So I do not mind that one at all. Hopefully it's got a Mamouche on there somewhere, or Marmouche. Absolutely pretty butchered that guy's name, but he's absolutely smashing it for Frankfurt at the moment. So as you can see, that's the full jersey. That is a very cool one, and I'm pretty happy with that. That one is definitely getting framed, and that is a pretty good start to the video. I'm pretty happy with those jerseys from Sorare. If you guys have received one recently, let me know what you got down below. I'm interested to find out if anyone got any other good signed jerseys. So next up, guys, I wanted to show you the massive changes that I made to my gallery. Originally, the first team we brought was the Girona stack. That was an absolute complete failure. They are absolutely shocking. Pretty much all of the 11 players I brought, apart from the goalkeeper, managed to get injured. Then while I was away on holiday, I started picking up some Chelsea players, and then I quickly sold those so I didn't make a lot. I made a profit on one or two of them. And then we've sold the Girona team, and we've also won some decent cash in between. I think we've won nearly £2,000 before I brought these rare players. So as you can see, I've gone for kind of the same concept I go in my limiteds. I just wanted the best players, and in my opinion, you can't go wrong with Barcelona and Real Madrid. The La Liga cash prizes are great. There's only two teams that really dominate that tournament week on, week out. So as you can see, we kept Gazaniga. I'm still not sure what I want to do with him. He plays in the Champions League at the moment, still has 4 games left. I might keep him for the utility, because the reason being is the other keeper I have that I've brought is Penna. So obviously Ter Stegen is going to be out for the rest of the season. So for £220, that seemed like an absolute bargain, and I'm pretty sure he's now selling for about £400. So when I purchased him only 8 days ago, that was an absolute steal. Tonight is Wednesday night's going to be a big tell, because if Szczesny gets rotated in Champions League, that's going to be quite frustrating. With this week, I am worried that Szczesny is going to be playing, so I haven't played Penna in the midweek, and I'll put Gazaniga in there. At the time of recording this, just before the rewards come out, Girona are 2-0 down to PSV. They are going to get absolutely walked over. They don't look good. They've got good build-up play from the back, but they have absolutely zero end product with the sales they made in the summer of Dovbyk and is it Martin? Martin's the one that's injured. You get the point. And then moving into the defenders we brought. So the first one I brought was Koundé. At the time, I was like, 250 quid for Koundé seems like an absolute bargain. I kind of made a purchase on a whim. I didn't look into it. I didn't see how badly he's been performing. As you can see from his chart, he has been absolutely shocking the last 5 games. I mean, he didn't even start on the weekend. And then the second defender we brought was Martinez. Martinez is absolutely smashing it. He's 33 for £88, and the scores he produces week in, week out. That was a no-brainer. So these two, Penna and Martinez, are very risky picks. Penna's obviously hopefully stays the first team keeper. They quite enjoy him playing him, and I'm hoping Szczesny is just a bench warmer for the rest of the season. That's the plan with this. So they're the two defenders we've got. We're gonna maybe look to buy Militao or Rudiger. and then maybe switch Gazaniga out for another keeper. It's not going to be Courtois because I'm not going to spend that much on a keeper that keeps getting injured recently and he's getting on a bit as well. Still one of the best keepers in the world, but nonetheless, I'm not going to fork out that money. Then moving into the midfielders, our first pickup was Pedri. Pedri looks absolutely solid this season. He looks like a staple, like he's going to stay in that Barcelona team week in, week out. I know that De Jong's just come back and Firmino has just come back as well. And then also Gavi's returning slowly. So there's going to be a lot of rotation. Olmo's just come back as well to add to the mix. But Pedri, for me, is the main focal point of that Barcelona midfield at the moment. De Jong, I can see him going even in the January window or the summer window. I just don't feel like he fits in that Barcelona team. And they've got so many young players. And especially with Olmo now, who they've just signed. Pedri is the one for me that I think is going to absolutely smash it. And then the second player is, if we're talking my favourite players from that aren't from the teams I support, Valverde is up there. He's absolutely has smashing scores. Last couple haven't been the greatest, but the guy knows how to hit a dead ball and he knows how to score a goal from outside the box. So for £230 seemed like a bit of a bargain for me. And then we have our two forwards. So Nico Williams, I've brought because I believe next season he could go. There's a possibility he'll go to Barcelona. He's young, plays for Spain, plays in the Europa League. He does really well for Bilbao, and you can see he has some decent scores, and he gets decent AA even when he doesn't score or assist. And then the absolutely huge purchase I believe I made this just before the whole Ballon d'Or fiasco, which Real Madrid, in my opinion, absolutely embarrassed themselves. But we did go for Vinicius Jr. So Vinicius Jr., as it just randomly switches, he is one of my favourite players to watch. He's just amazingly talented. £730. He gets decisives all the time. He splits penalties with Mbappe. I really hope Mbappe gets dropped because I just think he's been absolutely shocking since he's been to Real Madrid. It will never happen. But nonetheless, guys, let's get into the rewards update. I want to show you guys how well I've been doing so far this season. So just a quick look at my Excel at the moment. Just my little tracking of how things are going. As you can see, we've returned £2,061 from the £7,104 that we've invested. My plan going forwards, as much as I want to buy, Rudiger, Militao for my team, I might start withdrawing some money from the platform and saving it, really weirdly, for next season. As much as I want to do this, and as much as I say I'm going to do it, you'll probably see me make another rare purchase in the next video. But I'm just a bit shaky with Sorare at the moment, so I think I would rather take the money out and just kind of build up my balance in my own bank with Sorare. But as you can see, some of the teams' return on investment is insane. So Man City, 35%. Arsenal has been pretty shocking. They haven't been great this year. Liverpool at 70%. And then some of the other big ones, Bayern nearly at 60%. And then Spurs from really early on when I was doing the videos, Spurs managed to get us fourth place. So they're at 53%. And even Essence, £227, but that's going to start to slow down now. We have got an Essence pool at the end of this video, and hopefully it's something good, especially with how hard Essence is to come by. So this will be increased to about £2,300 after these rewards, which I think puts us about 32% return on investment, which if you ask me, we're a quarter of the way through the season and I've returned 33% of my money. In season is just a great investment. I know there's going on in Sorare at the moment where Classic absolutely stinks, and I'm glad I got out of it. And obviously, I've seen a lot of stuff with the divisions, but at the moment, I'm thoroughly enjoying it myself. I kind of have been a bit lazy with the videos, but in terms of watching the games, lining up the players, the enjoyment is still there. But I feel like Sorare can make a couple of changes, but maybe I'll talk about that on a future video. Anyway, guys, it is now 7 o'clock, I believe it is. So let's get into the rewards. So guys, the rewards are here. We had a pretty shocking game week, apart from two lineups. So in Bundesliga in season, I got a score of 460, my biggest score of the weekend, and we only managed to return £8 from that. Premier League in season, this was my biggest win, and you're going to see why I'm giving away the player I am going to be giving away. But £192 from 5th place. Annoyingly, Bruno Fernandes scored a penalty, and that pretty much made me not be able to get those top places. But Caicedo, who was in the team, probably wouldn't have scored that volley if the game didn't flip on the edge of, it was so boring the whole game, and then it just flipped towards the end. And then from the Barcelona team in Division 1, we managed to bring home a nice £54. If I put Olmo in this team, I'm going to play this game, you know, the standard. If I did this, I'll be a millionaire. If I put Olmo in this team, I would have come first, but I didn't want to risk him. And as I said earlier, I love Pedri. And then we also have a couple of reward boxes. Probably not going to get anything in them. We'll claim all of those and then we'll go over to opening them. So we have finally managed to get into the reward boxes. We're going to get underway with a 3-star. Last week, I got the worst amount of essence I've ever got. And I'm just going to quickly look at this because 15 essence from a 3-star box is very good. And that's a 4% chance. So I will take that and maybe I'll bite my tongue on the essence in boxes for now. It's very laggy at the moment. It's 7 o'clock, so there's probably a lot of people opening rewards. From the 5-star box, I'm quite curious what you can get. So 200, there's 0.1%. More chance of me winning the lottery. 50 essence, 4%, 10. I'm going to get 5 essence here. Just watch it. 5 essence, thank you very much. You can't get lucky twice in a row. And we get a market credit instead, which I'm not complaining about. £7.68. That can be used towards a new purchase. I'm not even going to look what you can get in a 2-star box because I'm going to get 1 essence anyway. 2 essence, thank you very much. I'm just going to keep saying I'm going to get the worst amount. So give me 1 essence and then it's just going to give me 2 instead. Is 2 the worst you can get? 2 is the worst you can get, so that just makes me look like an absolute idiot. Anyway, carrying on into another 5-star box. It's probably going to give me another fucking market credit, pardon my French. 5 limited essence, thank you very much. And then this is a box from the special weekly, which the only reason I got a box in this was because Bruno Fernandes scored. I'd rather not have the box and rather have more cash, but you know, it is what it is. And then a 3-star box gives us 3 limited essence. So we have 169 essence. Let's see what we can craft. I'm going to get straight into it. We're going to go over tier 3 craft. I haven't crafted something in a while. Well, saying that, you guys might have seen over on my Twitter, I did some crafting while I was on holiday. I'd crafted a tier 4 and managed to get Heung-min Son, which was absolutely insane. This is a low serial number, so it's going to be crap. It's going to be Tomiyasu, isn't it? Defender, give me Arsenal. Art Stuttgart, I don't even know who that is. Either way, they're probably going to be absolutely shocking. I mean, he's not too bad. I'm not even going to look at his cost. He's not going to be great. He's getting binned straight away. And then we'll go over the tier 4, and then hopefully we can get something better than the tier 3. Come on, give me something good. Just give me a high serial number. 335 is better. German. Midfielder. Give me a good team. There's a couple of decent midfielders. Werder Bremen. I'm not even going to know who that is either because my Bundesliga knowledge is appalling. Bittencourt. I remember him from FIFA from well back in the day, but apart from that, that is shocking. Should we do a tier 5? I haven't even got... It says I've got 33. Oh, that's the rare essence. I'm a bit of an idiot. Anyway, guys, let's look at the lineups going into the next game week. So, guys, here we go. Moving into our lineups. We'll start with the rare team. As I said, I didn't want to risk Pena or Pena. I'm not Spanish. I'm going to speak it as English as possible. So we went with Gazniga. I mean, looking at it so far, they're 2-0 down. They're going to concede a third. We all know it's going to happen. But he's got a score of 49 right now. It's possible that if he doesn't concede again, he's going to get a score over 60. There's 30 minutes left, and PSV are probably going to be attacking them, especially at home. We've got Valverde and Vinicius Jr. guarantees to start. I saw the lineups before I started this video, and they both do start. And then Barcelona play tomorrow. Koundé, for me, is a safe starter. Pedri, it was between him and Inigo. I actually think they're both going to get rested. I'm hoping that Pedri would come on earlier in the second half to give him more chance to get a higher score, and that is the reason I've gone for him, because they've both been playing on their games recently. In our other, what's this one called? Champion in season, we've gone for full Real Madrid. As always, love Real Madrid. We've gone for Lune, Eder Militao, Bellingham, double midfielder with Valverde, and then Vinicius Jr. up top. Moving into the next two, we have gone with Manuel Neuer, Kimmich, Harry Kane and Musiala for the Bundesliga for the Bayern Munich. And then we've also chucked Schlotterbeck in there, who should be pretty safe to start. I haven't had a look at the lineups, but I made him my captain. It's risky, but I feel like they're at home. They can definitely keep a clean sheet. And this is one of those games where, honestly, mark my words, Schlotterbeck is going to get 100 points, and he's going to get me a score of 165 with his captain bonus and XP. And then moving into the second team, we've gone for a Liverpool defence. I don't have many goalkeepers that aren't injured at the moment or just not guaranteed to play. There's so much. It's so annoying. I've got Alisson who's injured. Edison's not going to start because it's a Champions League game. I've got two Courtois that are out injured. He should be back soon. Ter Stegen's out. Kobel's out. It's so annoying. I don't have the backup keepers for these guys. I mean, obviously for Alisson and Courtois I do, but not having the backup for Dortmund, I think it's Meyer, is shooting me in the foot. I might actually have to go and pick him up because I definitely would have played him instead of Neuer. I feel like Bayern are definitely going to get a couple of goals here, but I feel like Dortmund have a better chance of keeping that clean sheet. Then our other in-season team, as I already started talking about it, we've gone for Liverpool. This one is just pure risk, like high risk, high reward. I don't think Liverpool are going to keep a clean sheet against Leverkusen. And I'm also counting on Arnold having one of those games where he's just whipping in crosses and he just gets a really high AA. Julian Brandt, he's got a good lineup again. Obviously, maybe would have made more sense to put him in over Musiala. That was something I was tempted to do. And then up top, haven't played Rafinha in my strongest teams. And the reason being is he's played every game and he needs a rest. I think it's stupid if Barcelona don't heavily rotate tomorrow, especially with this fixture. But I still think Yamal will play and Lewandowski is pretty much their only forward. So I've chucked him up top as well. And then moving into the specials, I was going to target these heavily. The amount of entrants, you can only put 2 teams in each. The amount of entrants in it were a lot less. So people were obviously focusing on just the pure champions without the caps. We've gone for a risky one. So Penna in goal and Martin, who I've mentioned. I don't think they're going to start. That's the risky part. But I've put them with Trossard and Havertz, who, let's face it, they're playing into Milan away. They're not going to do anything. Watch me come back to this on Friday when they both score and get 100s. And then we've gone Bino Glittens, who should start again and should have a great fixture. I've separated the Dortmund boys all around, as you'll see when I've got Guirassy in a different lineup as well. And then the second team, we've actually gone for some decent players that actually managed to fit in. So Vasquez is starting tonight. He can get a good score against AC Milan, so I quite liked that one. We've then got Michael Elise and Paulinho. I think both of them should start for Bayern Munich. Paulinho's, finding his footing in Bayern with Pavlovic out. I reckon he can get some good AA. And then Elise, he's absolutely smashing it. He's flying at Bayern Munich. And then in defence, we've gone for Raya and Saliba. Reason for this, I think it's going to be 0-0. I think Raya can get some decent AA and Saliba, hopefully, is going to be a bit of a monster at the back. Moving into the free-to-play tournament, I don't know what to make of these tournaments each week. I love that Sorare gives stuff away and kind of entice people to come onto the platform. But at the same time, you've got people putting all this money in, and then there's 45,000 entrants to win the experiences that they give away, to give it to people who could just come on the platform. For me, it's just my opinion, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I love the experiences they give away, but I just wish they still gave them away in the competitions like they used to, like the ones where you have to enter a team or have cards, where you're actually giving a bit more value to the player. Nonetheless, we've gone for Meyer in goal. I think he's got one of the highest chances of a clean sheet in the Champions League. I actually didn't look at the Europa League or Europa Conference League fixtures. I just went pure Champions League. Akanji should start against Sporting. He should have a good score. And obviously with a limited, you get an extra 20%. So it's like having another captain. Kimmich, absolutely smashing it for Bayern Munich. Yamal, and then Schlotterbeck, who I've told you he's getting 100. And then moving into my other team, so we have All-Star, Onana, Fernandes, Kim Min-jae, Pedri, and then Rafinha. If Rafinha starts, then he may as well be your captain. If not, then it doesn't matter. The team's dead anyway. That's my thinking behind that. We then have the Chelsea boys in Conference League. They're playing a team I've never heard of. Art. There we go. That's who they're playing. Gone for Jorgensen, Tosin. Fernandes should be playing because he's just not getting really the game time in the Premier League at the moment. And who can blame him? He hasn't been the greatest. Hopefully he can find some form and work his way back in. Then we've gone for Vega. He smashed it in the last Europa Conference League game. Made him a captain. And then we've gone for Nkunku up top. I'm actually quite looking forward to that team and I'll definitely be watching the game. And then finally, we have the classic team. So we have Oblak, Koundé, Declan Rice, who, before you guys say in the comments, I know is out. He didn't travel with the squad. Saka and Guirassy. So this team is a pile of... And yeah. And then moving into this team, we've gone for Leverkusen and City. So this is a weird one. Gvardiol smashes it week on week on week. And I haven't put him in one of my best teams again. Just because I don't think they're going to do well against Sporting. I just think there's so much around the Sporting coach going to United. Haaland's been absolutely shocking. but Leverkusen have a chance of getting a 0-0, 1-1 against Liverpool. So I just wasn't sure how they're going to perform. This was one of those game weeks where I didn't have loads of smashers, and if they were smashers like Barcelona, then God knows who's actually going to start, because it's a perfect game to rest players. And then moving into our final classic team, once again we've used our rare penner in goal: Rico Lewis, Bernardo Silva, Kylian Mbappe, and Mohamed Salah. I don't think I'm going to get any rewards from this week, I'm not going to lie, but let me know down below who you reckon I'm going to get. So guys, to close out the video, we are going to be doing a giveaway in typical Nick fashion. I like giving stuff away, I always have. If I have decent results, it's always nice to give something back to you guys. So we're going to be giving away Moise Caicedo for that insane volley he scored against United. Made me jump out my seat. If you guys want to enter this, like the video down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, I will be checking, and then go over to Twitter the main way, retweet the pinned tweet that has my YouTube video in it. And all the support is much appreciated, guys. I'm going to be back. I'm going to be filming 2 videos a week, and I have a couple of ideas for other Sorare content I want to make. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you on Friday.